Now, the government is making a firm move to curb uncontrolled public spending by tightening procurement regulations in response to growing arrears and increasing instances of financial mismanagement within state institutions. New legislation has been introduced mandating written approval for all procurement funded by the central government. But would this bold measure truly promote fiscal discipline, or is it simply another layer of government bureaucracy? ChannelOne News' Niaikwe Okan has been investigating this.
One of the critical financial challenges Ghana faces is the accumulation of arrears, largely due to the awarding of contracts without ensuring the availability of funds for payment. This issue has placed a significant strain on the country's budget, leading to financial mismanagement and economic instability. In 2025, out of Ghana's total budget of 293 billion Ghana cedis, 13 million Ghana cedis was allocated for the payment of arrears, a stark indication of the growing fiscal burden. A glaring example of the consequences of unchecked procurement is the controversy surrounding the over 1,300 missing containers belonging to the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG.
If you go to the tables, for instance, in year 2023, their approved planned procurement was 935 million. That's less than 1 billion. By the end of the year, they had procured 8.3 billion. 7.3 billion more than their budget could accommodate. And so you had so many containers arriving at the port. So many containers arriving at the port. They are not able to clear, and that gives way for these things. Mr. Speaker, 2024, their budget was 1.3 billion for procurement. They ended up procuring 8.2 billion. That is the source of the problem.
To address such financial lapses, the government, led by Finance Minister Dr. Kasia Latoforsen, has introduced a stringent directive as part of the 2025 budget. The directive mandates that all central government-funded procurement must receive written commitment authorization from the Finance Minister before execution. This move is aimed at strengthening budgetary discipline and preventing financial commitments that exceed approved allocations. The directive was further reinforced through the passage of the Public Procurement Authority Amendment Bill 2025, which legally binds state institutions to comply with these financial guidelines.
So, Speaker, the proposed amendment will enhance fiscal prudence by empowering Public Procurement Authority and the Central Tender Board to require ministerial authorization. The Speaker, this requirement is already in the Public Financial Management Act. So all what we seek to do is to transfer what is in the Public Financial Management Act into the Public Procurement Act.
The committee deemed it necessary that for the state to be able to curb the rampant approvals of contracts without authorization from the Ministry of Finance, which leads to a lot of commitment on the central government. It is important that we regulate the procedure for which procurement is done by entities or ministries under the central government. Mr. Speaker, in so doing, we are of a firm belief that government at the end of the day would have a full overview of procurement contracts that are ongoing at the various ministries, departments, and agencies. And that should also bring some discipline in our financial and fiscal management space.
Offenders could face imprisonment for a period of no less than 6 months and up to 5 years or both. While the directive marks a significant step toward financial prudence, its implementation may encounter practical challenges. Bureaucratic delays in securing approvals could slow down essential government projects, and there is always the risk of political interference in the enforcement process. Additionally, the effectiveness of the penalties would depend on the judicial system's ability to prosecute offenders without bias. The new procurement directive signals a strong stance against reckless spending and financial mismanagement. However, the real test lies in its execution. Only time will tell whether this bold move will bring lasting change or become another policy lost in the bureaucratic shuffle. For ChannelOne News, Ni Ayukweyi Okan.